Jurgen, 3 points, clean sheet, fans back. Is that a pretty perfect day for you, given the challenge of the opposition as well?
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's one of the trickier one, obviously, against Burnley. That the things they do, they're nearly perfect, to be honest. You have to work incredibly hard to get any little kind of advantages. We did that. Scored 2 goals, could have scored more, had big chances, and won the game on all 5.
But the way we affected the game, particularly in the first half, was good. I was pleased with that. Should have had a penalty, in my opinion. It's going to be strange this season now because they've been told to let it flow more. So there's too much soft stuff again today, but then a hard one and we don't get it. But saying that, they turned into Liverpool, which you know, for 20 minutes second half. They scored a second, and it's tough, but I thought we kept going. Our mentality was firm today, particularly at the end when we have a couple of chances.
Yeah, amazing. I did it in a friendly game, but officially it's always a different feeling. Now is what it counts, and I think it was a great way to start my full Anfield campaign.
I must ask you about Harvey Elliott, 18 years of age,
No
full
problem.
Premier League debut. I mean, looked like he'd been there for seasons for somebody so young.
Yeah, he's good, isn't he? So, yeah, I know. What can I say? He's just a wonderful, wonderful talent.
Yeah, Harvey Elliott, long career ahead of him, there's no question about that. But, Danny, you want to focus on someone at the other end of his career who caught your eye?
Yeah, well, Jordan Henderson was tremendous, but just before I go on to him, I think it is worth mentioning Harvey Elliott. He grew into the game. You can see the confidence he's got. Yeah. And also some of the exquisite passing from Trent. You know, it's a joy to watch at times, especially when Liverpool are playing with that confidence. But Burnley did do OK in the first half. But Jordan Henderson has come back in the team, looks fit, looks sharp. His passing was good, he was leading, he was barking, he was back to his best. But great to see him back. I think every Liverpool supporter wants to see the contract get signed. He's only 31.
Yeah, it does.
This is where he played today in the holding role. Obviously, Fabinho wasn't there. Burnley played a 4-4-2, which gave them more attacking threat, as Sean Dyche said, but it left Jordan free a lot of the time. And because he was free, he was able to dictate play. What he did is he kept his passing crisp, sharp and quick, made the right decisions, and it was a commanding performance from him. And the great thing about him, of course, is he doesn't just play this role. He plays the one where Keita is today on the right when Fabinho is in there, and he gives you that flexibility. But I liked how progressive he was with his passing today. This is the offside goal from Salah, but always looking forward, always trying to get Liverpool from that patient build-up onto the front foot and attacking with intent. And as the game wore on, they took control of the game more and more, and because of him. And this is what you want from your holding midfielder, someone who knows when to play the ball forward and when to calm the play down. It just looked really strong and fit. He seems in the right frame of mind. There was some speculation recently that there was some discontent. That's not what I've heard, and I think it won't be long before he's putting pen to paper. And after losing Wijnaldum, I think that's very important.
Yeah. Sean Dyche thought Burnley should have had a penalty.
I disagree. You know, I think that it's just the coming together of shoulders. I think Mike Dean spotted it perfectly. I get why he maybe feels, you know, at the time that because I think when it's in real time and it is kind of very quick, this is in slow motion, but you can see there that I think Trent, he's on the right side there, if you know what I mean. When he gets his shoulder into him, it is maybe strong and might have been given last season, but I don't think it's a penalty.
Managers generally see things their own way. There's been a lot of talk as well about letting the game flow, and Jurgen Klopp's had his say post-match over the concern. And he said, there's one message now, let the game flow, and now nobody knows exactly what that means. I like all decisions in favour for the offensive team, that's fine, but we have to stick to protecting the players. We cannot deny that completely and say, that's a challenge, I love watching that, then watch wrestling if you like those kind of things. So, is he managerial games here, going into fixtures ahead? I mean, most people I've spoken to like the fact that, because really all we're talking about is stopping the nudges of players and diving over. That's what we want to stop, isn't it? I don't think we're talking about serious foul play.
No. And, you know, in other interviews, I think, you know, post-match, you know, he mentioned Brownhill and challenges from other players as well. But from Barnes and Wood. But we'd kind of had a look. We watched the game. We didn't see any of those challenges. So we've come to the conclusion this is game playing.
Yeah.
You know, he's thinking about Chelsea next week.
Yeah.
He's putting things in referees' heads. You know, the great managers have done it for years, and he's just doing the same thing.
I didn't see Van Dijk.
Ferguson, Mourinho, Wenger, they all played
all
those.
done it.
But ultimately, Van Dijk and Matip, they actually did well with the battle. They enjoyed it. They weren't moaning.
I loved it.
We'll move on. 2 teams next, 2